Welcome back, everyone. If you caught my last video, we explored the game of life in the simulation or the matrix. Today, I will be sharing in-depth knowledge on how to win in this life. How can you shape this reality to work for you rather than against you? Want to know the secret? It's actually really simple. I will share with you in detail what is required for you to start changing your life today and manifesting your future life now. Think of your mind as the ultimate tool you have been gifted in this game of life. What you focus on doesn't just stay inside your body, it sends out a very real and measurable frequency, thus pulling experiences to you like a magnet. Albert Einstein said it best, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Imagine it and it's already on its way. Neuroscience and epigenetics have proved this also. Whatever you set your mind to, your body must follow. By the end of this, you'll have a step-by-step playbook on utilizing the law of attraction to your advantage. This could look like wealth, love, health, or whatever it is you're chasing. So grab a notebook, mute the distractions, and lock in as we dive deep into the law of attraction, how it works, why it is your ultimate weapon, and how to wield it like a pro in every aspect of your life. First, let's lay down the foundation. I've found two laws that run this game, the law of attraction and the law of assumption. They both go hand in hand with each other, but people tend to forget about the second one. The law of attraction is simple. Like attracts like, focus on positive thoughts, abundance, love, health, and you'll pull those experiences in. Dwell on negativity, fear, and doubt, and that's what shows up. Your thoughts are the spark that sets everything in motion. Buddha once said, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. Your mind's the architect, sketching blueprints for what shows up next in your life. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. The law of assumption. Thanks to teachers like Alan Watts and Neville Goddard who have explained in detail about this law, once you've locked in what you want in your mind, such as a thriving career or a soulmate connection, you've got to assume it's already yours. Not tomorrow, next week, or next year, right now. Feel it in your body, live it in your head like it is done. Alan Watts put it like this: you are the universe experiencing itself. Take control of your thoughts and you're stepping into the driver's seat of your life. An important point to note is that we tend to get in our own way of what we desire by trying to create the how, but according to ancient practices and studies conducted, that is not necessarily our job. Do not create stress on how it will manifest. Just shoot for the stars and focus on the end goal. Enjoy the journey and the universe will unravel it for you. Here's the entire process of both laws, simply put. Think about what it is you desire. Remind yourself to think these thoughts often. Next, imagine what it would feel like to have that reality now. Truly believe without a doubt that it's already yours, then finally you will receive it. I remind you not to worry about how it will happen, just know that it will. Neuroscience shows your thoughts rewire your brain through neuroplasticity. Every time you think a thought, physical neurons in your brain connect together and form a pathway for that specific thought. If you keep on thinking about that thought, the pathway strengthens and it becomes second nature to think this way. Here's an example. If you utilize affirmations every morning, whether you're reading them in your mind or out loud, your brain is thinking about what you're reading. For example, I am thriving in life. Each morning you repeat this process, neurological pathways strengthen, and this becomes your default program in your brain. A 2014 University of California study found positive affirmations boost the brain's reward system, pushing you to act in sync with your thoughts, which helps draw your future reality toward you. Epigenetics goes even deeper. Your emotions literally flip genetic switches in your body. Dr. Bruce Lipton explains that joy releases dopamine, signaling health, while stress pumps cortisol, signaling struggle. Your feelings don't just reflect reality, they shape it. Alan Watts said, you are the universe experiencing itself. Your mind's the controller, thoughts are the code, beliefs set the rules, feelings fuel it, actions play it. Master these, and you're winning. So the aim of the game is to start feeling what your future reality would feel like now, despite what our five senses say. Why is the law of assumption the law everyone forgets about? Because wanting alone can backfire on us. If you're stuck on, I want this, you may accidentally broadcast the thoughts and frequency of I don't have it, and that feeling of lack will always keep your dreams at bay, in which people will then say, manifesting does not work for me. Let's adjust our perspective now and assume what you desire is yours. You're then radiating certainty, not desperation or lack, and that certainty is the secret sauce to bringing it into reality. All possibilities exist as frequencies in the quantum field. To understand this further, let's think about channels on a TV or radio. All channels are electromagnetic waves, otherwise known as frequencies that can be received by the device. Now think about the station as the transmission tower, or the device that is sending out the frequency of your desired outcome or predominant thoughts, which is then picked up by the radio or TV. Right now, you're tuned into the station of your current reality, your job, your relationships, your health, etc., because that's the signal your thoughts and emotions are broadcasting right now. If you want a new reality, like abundance or love, you've got to change the frequency. Your thoughts send out the electrical signal, like changing the dial on a radio or channel on a TV. Your emotions, especially elevated ones like gratitude or joy, act as an amplifier which pumps up your electromagnetic power, locking you into that frequency. Now you're not just picking up static, you're streaming the HD version of your dream life, pulling it from potential into the physical. Do not worry about how it will happen. Just imagine the end goal, and the rest will work in flow with the universe. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're craving a life of freedom, traveling the world, and an income flowing to you effortlessly. The law of attraction says, focus on that vision daily in your mind. See the beaches, hear the waves, smell the salt in the wind. The law of assumption says to feel it now. Close your eyes and imagine that reality as yours. Try to get really specific, like drinking out of a green coconut with a straw on a beach in Bali. A 2016 study in Neuroscience Letters shows visualization paired with elevated emotion boosts neural connectivity, wiring your brain for that life. Even if you have created a future reality with your imagination, epigenetics says your body must follow your mind, shifting physiologically as if it's already real, because the brain and body can't tell imagination from reality. The average human body is made of 37.2 trillion cells, and each one of those cells generate tiny electrical currents and magnetic fields, which actually create the body's energetic field. Our energy field carries and also receives information or a frequency in alignment with what we are thinking and feeling. If you were to tune all trillions of your cells with your mind to a frequency of joy, love, and success, even if it is made up in your imagination, they will beam out that signal, drawing the experience to you. Having trouble digesting this? Think about a time you have been able to feel someone's energy when they have entered a room. Either in a positive or negative state, your body was able to pick up that vibration and give you a certain feeling. If you're able to understand this and apply it to your life, you're not just playing the game anymore. Now you're designing it. So how do you control your reality with your thoughts? It's all about what's on repeat in your head. What you dwell on most pulls the strings of your life, even if we are not aware of it. Picture your dream reality, lock it in. But as previously mentioned, don't let it turn into a desperate, I wish vibration. That's a trap that keeps your desires dangling just out of reach, which is where most of us get stuck. You have to be delusional in the fact that you already have received what it is you desire. Just absolutely act as if your future reality has already been made manifest now and see what happens. Seriously, what have you got to lose? Your brain's also got this built-in filter called the reticular activating system, RAS for short. It's the search engine of your mind scanning the world for whatever you've instructed matters, which changes your perception of your reality. Ever decide you wanted a specific new car and suddenly you spot that model everywhere? That's your RAS working. Use it to your advantage and tune it to your future reality. You'll catch opportunities popping up like Easter eggs in a video game, which you would have missed out on before. A 2016 cognitive psychology study showed people who primed their brains every day with words such as joy, growth, and win started noticing more positive openings in their day. Your thoughts also filter your perception through the RAS. On a fundamental level, Your life today is just a rerun of your past thoughts and experiences. If you don't like the episode of what today brings, find the remote and change the channel. Start small. Pick a thought first thing in the morning, such as, I always attract what I desire. Write it on a sticky note. Set it as your phone wallpaper. Make it your motto. Neuroscience says repetition's your superpower. Every time you loop a thought, neural pathways become thicker. A 2018 Nature Communications study found consistent, positive self-talk lights up your prefrontal cortex, the decision-making part of your brain. So then, imagine making decisions based on self-doubt and fear rather than self-confidence and efficacy. Negative thoughts can be sneaky gremlins. They can creep in, set up camp, and before you know it, you're starring in a horror film of your own making. Ever catch yourself obsessing over bills or stressing about work? That's not only RAS locking in, but also the frequency you're emitting. Alan Watts said, "The world is a mirror reflecting what you are thinking." If you're broadcasting, "I'm not good enough," the universe responds with more experiences affirming that thought. The fix is to become more aware of these thoughts and change them as soon as they arise. As previously mentioned, neural pathways that have formed based on negative or stressful thinking will weaken each time we shift our thoughts away from them and strengthen positive thoughts that we have moved to. In essence, the more you practice this, old neurons disconnect and fall apart, literally and physically. Let me give you an example. Say you're stuck in a dead-end job, dreaming of creating your own business. Most of us may think, I probably wouldn't make it anyway. I don't have enough money. How will I even get started? I'll start tomorrow. Thinking this way will only keep you stagnant, in tune with your thoughts. There will be no movement, no shift in your energy, which will create the same reality of you being stuck in your job, dreaming about a future that will always remain out of reach. Let's say you have had enough, and with a firm intention, you switch up your thoughts, and now your internal dialogue says, I'm able to achieve anything I desire. I'm attracting positive opportunities to me. I have created my successful business now. And loop these type of thoughts daily. Say it in the mirror, hype yourself up, feel it in your gut, and watch your frequency change. The RAS will go to work, ideas and opportunities open up, and you are in alignment with your intention of creating your business. Thoughts are your commands. Quantum physics research support this. The observer effect has proven that particles, like electrons, exist as waves of possibility, vibrating across space. But when you look at them, or in other words, when you place your attention on them, they just appear wherever you look. When you close your eyes or take your attention off them, they turn back into a wave of energy, or in other words, limitless possibilities. A 2020 Physical Review Letter study showed observing a quantum state collapses its possibility into a definitely. To solidify this in simple terms, remember, where you place your attention, you are placing your energy. Your mind's intention, along with your body, creates your reality at the subatomic level. A 2020 Physical Review Letter study shows observation alters quantum states. Your focus has the ability to literally change the field around you. Think of thoughts as coordinates, and your feelings fuel the vehicle that transports you there. No coordinates, no destination. Remember, the law of attraction and assumption tunes into your energy. That signal's built from what you think, believe, feel, and therefore act, sending that frequency out 24/7. Your beliefs are like the game of life's rulebook. You are governed by your belief system. Neville Goddard's work on the law of assumption says if you believe something's yours, you control the game. It's yours. Carol Dweck's growth mindset research proves this. People who believed they could achieve more in life didn't just grow. They rocketed past people that had a fixated and limited outlook on their future. Your belief is like a code you can enter into this simulation. Believe you're an abundant being, and opportunities will be everywhere. Believe you're broke and lack shows up. Feelings supercharge your thoughts. Think of emotion, which really means energy and motion. If you feel joy, dopamine floods your system, sparking motivation, igniting happiness, sharpening focus, and soothing your 37 trillion cells, which will also aid in boosting the immune system. A 2019 Nature Neuroscience study proves that dopamine is able to help you act unstoppable. A 2020 emotion study adds that gratitude cuts stress, tuning your body to operate at its best. If you operate from fear or anger, cortisol kicks in, clouding your brain and locking you in survival mode. Alan Watts nailed it. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Your emotions set your frequency. Think and feel abundance, and the universe gives back, delivering harmony. You don't need the prize to feel the win. Assume it's yours. Feel the rush, the peace. Just pretend it is here now. A 2019 Frontiers in Psychology study found athletes who visualized victory and focused on a positive outcome actually perform better, like they'd cracked a secret code. With this type of mental rehearsal, our brain and body are able to act more in tune with the future you have created in your mind, giving you an advantage in anything you wish to achieve. Picture it, feel it big, you're locking in that cosmic station. Try this. Close your eyes, make sure you're undisturbed, take a deep breath, and relax. Now picture your dream reality. What does that look like for you? Most people want money, but money is not a feeling. The real feeling they are craving is freedom, which is what money can bring. So what would freedom feel like for you now? Really tune into what you would be doing and where you would be. Imagine that you have that future right now. Practice this every day as long as you can until this becomes reality. Watts nailed it. The secret of life is to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now. Live it now, and the game syncs up. Your energy field is like a Wi-Fi signal. You can emit a weak signal or a strong signal. Clear out doubt, turn up the certainty, and watch how many connections you make in tune with your feelings. Now let's talk about action. Thoughts, beliefs, and feelings set the stage, but your actions are what seal the deal. When you're dialed in, the game provides you with limitless openings or opportunities to act upon. Maybe these opportunities were always there but would have been missed or overlooked prior. A 2021 Journal of Positive Psychology study found pairing positive thinking with action beats, dreaming alone. Use your gut as your compass. Watts called it the wisdom of the body. Ever get that urge to call someone or leap on a hunch? That's your cue. Neurogastroenterology says your enteric nervous system, with up to 600 million neurons within your gut, acts like a second brain. Focus on your desire, feel into your gut as your guide, and you will act in sync with your dream reality. Remember, you're a limitless being, nothing's out of reach. Our lifetime's programming might make manifesting feel impossible, but it's your birthright. Still feeling doubtful? Then start small, but just start. Manifest a free coffee, a stranger's kind word, or a thoughtful deed. If love's on your mind, picture a warm moment with someone new, like sharing a laugh at a cafe. Feel that spark now and watch the universe nudge it your way. Action is the bridge from headspace to real space. Jim Carrey has a great story about this. He wrote a $10 million check for himself before he became famous. He felt the weight of it entirely, then pounded the pavement auditioning. Until 1994, he landed the lead role in Dumb and Dumber, $10 million in the bank. Thoughts and feelings are the setup. Moves are the payoff. Einstein's imagination tees it up. Action sinks the putt. Here's a real story of vision meeting action from the documentary called The Secret, created by Rhonda Byrne. Morris Goodman, paralyzed forever after a 1981 plane crash. He faced grim odds. Doctors said he'd never move again. His voice box had been crushed, so he could only blink to communicate. Once for yes, twice for no. Morris relied on a mechanical ventilator to breathe. He visualized breathing freely without any aid. Then he took action, practicing breathing exercises daily and his lungs growing stronger. Soon, he was able to ditch the machine. Doctors were floored. Next, he pictured moving his body and being able to walk again, feeling every step. 8 months later, he walked out of that hospital. Rhonda Byrne says his belief and bold moves synced with the universe. If you have a strong intention and your gut says act, do it. Take the leap and the universe will always catch you. How do you dominate this simulation? It's a 4-part combo. Master your thoughts, anchor your beliefs, amplify your feelings, take inspired action. Here's your daily grind to make it stick. In the morning, let's begin by coding your day. Before touching your phone or remembering all the things you have to do and the people you have to see, etc. Spend 5 or 10 minutes visualizing your dream life. See the details, hear the sounds, taste it, feel it. Your brain's operating in theta or alpha brainwave state at dawn, which is a highly suggestible state. Feed it information at this time, and you will have greater success at reprogramming your mind for your future. Practice affirmations as well, like, I'm a magnet for abundance, I'm unstoppable. Say it in the mirror, whisper it whilst you make your coffee. A 2017 scientific report study says this rewires your brain and new neural highways, so no more detours. During daytime, this is the hardest part, reminding yourself to stay tuned. Check in on your frequency and make sure you're acting in alignment with your dream. When in doubt, flip to gratitude. Think of 3 things to be grateful for, like the sun's out, your breathing, and family or friends. Watch opportunities pop up. Your RAS is hunting. Act on them. Small steps stack fast. A call, a post, a yes. You never know where it may lead you or who it may lead you to. At night, reset the board. Replay your day like a highlight reel. Tweak the areas that did not go so well into how it could have gone better. Celebrate the wins, feel thankful, and then let it go. Studies like a 2022 sleep report say this also boosts rest, priming you for restorative sleep. Then visualize again as you did in the morning as our brains start to slip into alpha or theta around our bedtime, which is the best time to reprogram your mind for your desired future. Your mind molds reality. Neuroplasticity proves it. Epigenetics shows your emotions tweak your cells. You can either upregulate or downregulate your genes. Psychology says beliefs steer your moves. If life was just a game, then why not play it as if it's yours to shape? Test it out. Worst case, you're still breathing. Best case, you're living the preview Einstein promised. Winning the game starts with your thoughts. They're the code for your reality. There is a story about a woman from Joe Dispenza's book called Becoming Supernatural. Years after her husband's suicide, she drowned in debt, raising kids alone, her mind stuck on why me? Her body was stuck in pure survival mode, pumping cortisol, shredding her body's balance. Infections started to pile up. Then stage 4 breast cancer hit, spreading to her bones and liver by 2015. Doctors said she only had months left to live. Science and brain scans show her daily negative thoughts fired stress genes, paving the way for disease. But then she started doing the inner work, shifting her focus, and rewrote the script. At a Dispenza workshop, she chose I'm whole and healed, opposed to I'm broken and diseased, meditating to forge new neural paths, which Dr. Joe Dispenza measured her brain through EEG, which proved it. She believed healing was her birthright, feeling gratitude for a future alive with her kids, picturing herself laughing at their weddings. Her actions were daily affirmations, energy healing meditations, clean eating, yoga, dropping toxic friends, which kick-started her body's natural healing response. By 2016, scans showed no cancer. Her oncologist was floored. Dispenza says her old thoughts and feelings built a prison of illness. Her new thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and actions tuned her into freedom. You're no different from this person. 37 trillion cells vibrating, emitting a signal, waiting for your next order. Focus on thriving, feel it, and act now, even if you're just making it up or people call you delusional. That's your ticket to win the game. Thoughts code the simulation, beliefs steer the ship, feelings fuel the engine, and actions cash it in. Einstein saw imagination as the sneak peek. Watts saw you as the universe in disguise. Neuroscience and epigenetics seal it. Your mind is the master key. What's your next play? Drop a comment and let us know what you're manifesting today. A new job, a soulmate, a healthy bank account? Hit that like button if you're ready to level up, and subscribe for more hacks to win in the simulation also. Share this with someone who's stuck. Your reality is bending at your will daily. You're not a side character in someone else's story. Remember, you're the main character in your own story. Think big, feel it deep, move like you mean it. The law of attraction's waiting. Go and claim your win. See you at the top.